Good morning. I'm the Moon Mama. How are y'all doing today? Today's Tuesday. Tuesday's a day governed by Mars. Mars is currently in Capricorn at 20 degrees, about to conjunct Pluto. Cheers. Basil water. Basil water helps regulate the endocrine system. It's really good for just women's issues and who we are, who we're always becoming, just really organizing ourselves, harmonizing ourselves. One of the things that I'm learning about, as I do this work with crystals and herbs and the moon is that we are nature. We are human beings, but we are a part of nature. And so the more I align myself with plant medicine and the mineral medicine and the stones and the moon, the astrology medicine, the more I feel wellness in my life, not just in my body, but in my life. My relationships feel healthy. My relationship to myself feels healthy. All of that feels, in alignment. So Mars, like I said, is in Capricorn, and we are really in a different reality. The world has changed and it'll never go back to the same. And that's fantastic, right? That's the good news, because we needed it to change. And it's so fascinating having this experience of our cultural structures breaking down and us being quarantined, and what does it mean to come to be with yourself? What does it mean to come to be with yourself? I know for me, one of the things that I've been doing for the last several weeks is making peace, like real peace, with things that have been difficult for me. Yesterday I spent a great deal of time with a a person that I've been friends with for maybe 20 years, and we've been friends for aspects of that, we've been lovers for aspects of that, and this relationship has been so challenging for me, because I am one of those people who has a tendency, because I have a Pisces rising, to sort of give myself away in a relationship, to lose my own boundaries and my own identity, and take on the identity of another human being, which for me is tantamount to hell. Like, I have no desire to be anyone else but myself. When I was really young, I dated this white man. He was Jewish, and he would say to me, we were about 4 years apart, and I was like 24 or whatever, and he would say, he was very, very, very wealthy, and I was not. You guys know my story, and I was dating this really wealthy man, and we were about 4 years apart, and he would always say, it's important that you find your own magic carpet to ride in on. Like, don't be the kind of woman, like he would basically suggest that I should not be the kind of woman who was going to look for a man to help her navigate her dreams, right? Like, really find it for yourself and create it for yourself. And then it's always yours and you own it and nobody can take it from you. And that was the best gift that man ever gave to me. That was so profound, because I took heart to that, and I do not give myself over. And so I was spending time yesterday with a friend of mine who's been a lover, so we have this very complex relationship. And for the first time, I was able to be present with this person, this man, and share myself, my heart, my soul, my ideas, my physical body, and know that he's great. And what I really love more than anything is my own time and space. And so I'm not going to give myself over fully to this. I'm not going to go into my head analyzing and asking, what is this? And what are we doing? And how is this going to work? And where are we going to, no, we're going to just be here. We're going to have a great time. And then I'm going to take my behind home. And I love that, because it has been such a beautiful thing for me to come to a space where I love my own time more than I love my time with others. So for me, this quarantine, this experience of us being directed to go be with ourselves and be away from one another. It's giving me an opportunity to ask myself, what do I really care about? How do I really want to show up in the world? What do I really value? And the moon is also in Capricorn. So we have Mars in Capricorn, we have the moon in Capricorn, we have Pluto in Capricorn, Saturn in its last days of Capricorn. And so Capricorn is it's a conservative energy. It's about conserving your energy, conserving your time, conserving yourself. And that's what we're in this time right now. We're being asked to conserve. And the thing is, it's what will you do with the energy that you have been, giving away so fruitlessly? Like, I know one of the things that I like to do is, can I spend time in silence where I'm not listening to anything that's distracting? No TV, no radio, just quiet, just listening to the voice within my own psyche. And I try to come to that experience at least once a day. And it is, or I'll come in and ask to hear the voices of my ancestors, to work with something from my childhood that has been disturbing to me, but that I'm ready to transmute now. One of the things from my childhood for me in my relationship with men was that I really felt like, I'll say it this way, because my family didn't understand how to really help me be my best self. I feel like the only way to really help somebody be their best self is like knowing their astrology, because you get to see what their genius is. You get to see how their mind works. You get to see how their heart works. And so much of our energy doesn't get used as children very well. And so then it will start to function in another way. So as a girl, my energy started to function seeking boys, like I literally was boy crazy, because I had all this energy, all this creative, spiritual, sexual energy that wasn't being geared towards creative things, right? So my natural instinct and inclination was to gear it towards boys and men. And so what I've been doing lately is pulling myself back. That's what I'm talking about with my friend, pulling my energy back and asking, why do I relate to men in this way? Does this serve me? Does this feel good? What does feel good? What kind of connections work for me? What kind of connections don't? Because I'm reprogramming myself from that early childhood experience. And the way that I reprogram myself is by looking at my behavior, being more focused on who I'm being, and not looking to get anything at all from anyone else, but looking at, what am I doing? And so if I see myself trying to get, well, what is it that I think I'm going to get here? What is it that I think I want, and what will that give me in the long run, right? And so as I've done that for the last few years in these partnerships, what I see is that I just really want to be present. I don't want anything from anybody. I have everything that I need. I'm sourced by God. God is my source. And so when somebody comes into my life, I'm like, oh, God has brought them into my life. Thank you. And so I'm going to be compassionate and loving and empathetic with this person because God has delivered them to me. And I am going to give to them. I'm here to be of service to them. And then when it's complete, we will move on to the next experience, So it's like I've come to this place where I don't need to hold anymore. I literally am like willing to love freely, to have the freedom to love and be myself without the need for anything to be given. It's fucking amazing. I encourage you all. So we started a new moon cycle. It started yesterday. And if you want to come and do the work to be able to source your independent self, like who you really are in this Aries new moon energy that is going to the Aries new moon in about a week, I encourage you to come and join, and I can send you the link. The first month is $20.20. Try it and see how you like it, because we are doing some really good work that is informing what's going on in the world right now in a way that nothing else is. So I would love for you to come. So anyway, today is Tuesday. The moon is in Capricorn. Mars is in Capricorn. This is a Capricornian kind of day, and so it's about looking at your structures. Why do you think the way you do? Why do you feel the way you do? What are the things that you're doing that work for you? What doesn't work? And then beginning to shift that. Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm the Moon Mama. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.